I am being viciously attacked with lies and smears. I think it's a disgrace, and I say that, and I say that. They're making me out to be a very mean, bad kind of a guy, and that's not me. What the hell is going on? They're sneaky, dirty rats. Really not a bad person, by the way. The American dream is dead. We're dying, we're dying. I've never said I'm a perfect person, nor pretended to be someone that I'm not. Anyone who knows me knows these words don't reflect who I am. The media is so dishonest and so corrupt, and the pile-on is so amazing. The whole thing is one big fix. One big fix. It's one which are lies, lies, lies. The stories of fabrications and false. They write lies, they write false stories. They tell them false, it makes no difference. And frankly, our country is going to hell. I've always been thin-skinned. The tone is such hatred. I've been thin-skinned from day one. The tone is such hatred. I don't have thin skin. I have very strong, very thick skin. And I don't call it thin-skinned. I'm angry. I'm very angry. What do you have to lose by trying Trump? What do you have to lose? Your schools are no good. You have no jobs. 58% of your youth is unemployed. What the hell do you have to lose? America, fuck yeah! Come out again to save the motherfucking day, yeah! America, fuck yeah! Freedom is the only way, yeah! Terrorists, your game is through, 'cause now you have to answer to America, fuck yeah! So lick my blood and suck on my bones, America, fuck yeah! What you gonna do when we come for you now? It's the dream that we all share. It's the hope for tomorrow. Fuck yeah! We got us! Fuck yeah! Walmart! Fuck yeah! Gap! Fuck yeah! Baseball! Fuck yeah! NFL! Fuck yeah! Rock and roll! Fuck yeah! The internet! Fuck yeah! Slavery! Fuck yeah! Fuck yeah! Starbucks! Fuck yeah! Disney World! Fuck yeah! Porno! Fuck yeah! Valium! Fuck yeah! Reebok! Fuck yeah! Fake tits! Fuck yeah! Sushi! Fuck yeah! Taco Bell! Fuck yeah! Rodeo! Fuck yeah! Bed Bath & Beyond! Fuck yeah! Liberty! Fuck yeah! White Slip! Fuck yeah! The Alamo! Fuck yeah! Band-Aid! Fuck yeah! Las Vegas! Fuck yeah! Christmas! Fuck yeah! Immigrants! Fuck yeah! Popeye! Fuck yeah! Democrats! Fuck yeah! Republicans! Sportsmanship! Books!
Listen, one day I'm gonna have a real theme song. One day.
You gotta
But
win.
until
You
then,
could always use Hank Liberty's classic.
You could just make one up.
nah, man. America, fuck yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, Hank's song is about America.
it's the best song about America. Hey, we should actually petition to get that as the actual American national anthem.
And then watch try to Canada. Yeah, Canada.
Yeah. I think the American national anthem should be "Let Me Help You With Your Children" by King Diamond.
Oh, what the fuck was
What?
what did I just hear?
That's one way to open the program.
All right. We're off to a great start. This is the best podcast
We're
ever.
doing great.
Mama, what was it like?
Hell yeah, brother.
So, how are we all doing today? Before we get into unpleasantries, we should say that we're friends. So, how you guys doing?
Well, every day is a great day in Trump's America. You know, it's just happiness and Fucking
God,
profit
fucking
out
damn
here. Great time. Great time.
Nothing but winning, huh?
Nothing but still not tired. Still not tired. Not today.
Nothing but winning, huh? That's
Yo,
what we're...
didn't he sign the new executive orders? I didn't even check that.
Bro, I didn't even I saw a thing and that was like the bottom of the list of things that have happened. And I'm like, this is crazy. I can't keep up. Content president.
No, he did. Amendment
Bro,
to
he's like the
duties
only
to
fan.
address the flow of illicit drugs across the southern border. Addressing risk from Perkins.
I can't wait to
Corey,
start
LLP.
bombing the cartel. We gotta cover that. Oh, I guess we won't even get to
Hey,
cover it. There's so
yo.
much shit that's happened, bro. So much shit.
Knife missile strikes on the cartel is what I want to see.
Fuck them up. This
It's
is
all right,
when
we'll
we're allowed to do war crimes. America,
we'll have-
enjoy it. Enjoy
we'll
doing war crimes. This is
I
the
love
US.
war crimes
Then
almost
just
as much
fucking do
almost as much as Canada likes committing war crimes.
There you go.
See,
And nobody's
get
gonna
it all together.
look, we found a bipartisan issue right at the start of this program. Me and
Yeah,
Frank
but what I don't like,
wanna just knife bomb the cartels.
All right. I'm
it's
glad we're in agreement.
crime because they're just people.
Wait, what was the second part?
I'm just saying it's technically not a war crime because they're just civilians, anyways.
Well, no, I'm talking about the people moving the civilians. Civilians might be casualty of wars, but then would be indeed war criminal behavior.
Semantics.
Yeah, you know, tomato.
You say tomato, I say tomato. You know,
You say war crime, I say.
I say fuck yeah.
Slender, how you feeling today, buddy?
Oh, I'm doing all right overall. It's been a dark, dreary day in the woods like usual.
Did you get snow today, Slender?
Hey, Sir Slender, is there ever like a Miss Slender that you come up with?
No.
Well, we're gonna find.
Are you
We're gonna
asking for a
find one.
trans slender?
Miss
No,
Slender
Miss-
is going to be his neurosama when he gets it. He gets.
Listen,
He
we're
gets
gonna get
down.
him a Miss Slender, okay? I'm gonna find a Miss Slender. It'll happen.
Closest to a Miss Slender is the one that I play on Throne and Liberty.
Okay. See, we're getting somewhere now. Maybe transsexual Slender isn't out of the woods after all. All right, listen. That was double funny because the woods thing. I didn't even get that the first time around. Hi, Jack.
You made a joke that you didn't even understand.
I made a joke and it was a good joke dude, that had double
A
meanings.
joke that
I'm like
went over your
fucking-
own head.
I'm fucking genius, bro. I'm like Kendrick Lamar with. Anyway, okay. We have Cody with us this evening for like the first time in a month, and he brought a friend with him. I don't know if the friend can talk right now, but when he does talk,
Did we
we're
break? His,
gonna have a lot of spiciness in this chat. Okay.
did he break his jaw or something? What's going on?
Nah, he's dealing with some stuff. He's gonna pop in and out. He's gonna be like the what do you call it? The Spanish Inquisition to our podcast here.
But what about our Cuban friend? Like, well, he's just on.
That's
mute?
what I mean. It's all right, he'll be around. He's dealing with stuff off camera, but it's all right. He'll be around. So listen, we've got a new way of doing things because I figured out how our podcast works and how we like to argue. So since two major things happened this week that's going to take up all of our time, I only made two topics for tonight's podcast. And we're going to do it in a different way where I pull up the content that we're about to talk about. We'll talk about it in real time as it's playing. But before I do that, we should set up that shit is going fucking crazy over in Europe.
Yeah, dude, it's getting weird.
So let me pull up this video here real quickie. We had an Oval Office meeting with Zelensky and Trump didn't exactly go as fucking planned. So save us a bunch of time because the next thing that we
That's
get
how
into
you
is
look
going
at
to
it,
take
if
up
it
all
went
the
as planned or
fucking
not.
time. Well, that's true. That's true. We're going to discuss that too because some people actually do think it might be planned. But nonetheless, I'm going to get to the good part in this because the next topic that we have is going to eat up basically the rest of the fucking podcast. So I decided to just cut to the good part here. We're not going to go through the fucking 50-minute whole meeting. Slender can probably sum up what happens in this meeting before we get to this part. Um, but here we'll go with
No, I'd have to remember.
Be so tough.
yeah. All right, we'll go about here.
Well, if I didn't align myself with both of them, you'd never have a deal. You want me to say, really?
By the way, we should probably set this up for the viewer by saying that they're discussing a fucking deal right now for for minerals and shit from Ukraine, and a ceasefire in their war with Russia, and there's gonna be pushback to this. So we'll go with that. But that's what this meeting is about, basically.
Terrible things about Putin and then say, "Hi, Vladimir, how are we doing on the deal?" That doesn't work.
And if any of y'all want to
I'm not
chime in,
aligned with
just tell me
Putin.
to
I'm not
pause, and
aligned with
I'll do
anybody.
that.
I'm aligned with the United States of America and for the good of the world. I'm aligned with the world, and I want to get this thing over with. You see the hatred he's got for Putin. It's very tough for me to make a deal with that kind of hate. He's got tremendous hatred.
I mean, is he wrong?
I can tell you the other side isn't exactly in love with, him either.
He's not wrong, but you got to
So
remember they're
it's not
trying
a
to come
question of
to a
alignment.
negotiation. a
I'm
deal.
aligned with the world.
And you can't come to a negotiation when one side's acting like Andy.
Exactly.
I'm sorry, what?
We can get this thing done.
Like,
You want me to
You
be
can't
tough?
come
I could be
and
tougher
say
than any human
to
being
like
you've ever
out in
seen.
the
I'd be
public
so
the things
tough.
that he was saying about the other party that they're trying to make a deal with.
okay, so okay, I know you like to say, "Oh, you're MAGA, so therefore you're Russia's best friend," but like, it's not about being best friends with them. It's just you ain't gonna get someone to meet you halfway if the other guy you're trying to meet halfway with is talking.
Think
bad
about
shit.
it at a
Do that
personal level.
later.
If you were trying to make a deal with someone or make a trade with someone in some way, would you go and insult them, say you hate them, call them all kinds of names to their face?
Isn't
Or
that what
out in
kind
a
of
public
happened?
setting?
Isn't that what kind of happened in this meeting from Trump?
Well,
No.
so yeah, he's trying to
That's a
fucking
good point.
He's trying to get Trump to say this stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like Trump kind of did the exact same thing, but to Zelensky in this meeting.
Right
Like,
after Zelensky, okay,
I
the
mean-
purpose of this meeting was to fucking sign the deal, right?
Yeah.
Zelensky was allegedly warned ahead of time, hey bro, don't go too off script. And then this guy goes fucking off script. Trump's gonna talk his shit. I think you should open game there.
On top of that, to add to what Charles was saying, I had heard, and actually we can pull that up because like he had said it, I think to Fox, but he had told Marco Rubio one thing and then came in here and said, "Yeah, fuck that."
He said, hey, fuck Putin, am I right, guys? Like, you ain't gonna get on that way.
So, already he was going off script here.
But if we
You're
want to
never
get
gonna
into
a
brass
deal that
tacks,
way,
then yes,
so that's
Putin
the way
is
it goes.
definitely.
All right, one more question.
Trump, yeah, at that point, Trump is shit talking Zelensky, but I feel at that point it's deserved.
of course you do.
Well, again, if you're told, I like how I forgot someone was talking like, this is like essentially a business deal or someone getting you like.
No, it
an important
legitimately
job.
is
Like-
basically exactly the same as a business deal.
It is.
Exactly.
That's what
Yeah.
peace negotiations are. They are business deals.
I can't disagree with that. Peace negotiations usually are
Now, is these business
business
deals with
transactions.
people's lives and fucking country show? Yeah, very crazy stuff to just consider a business.
You mean calling it a business deal? Yeah, that actually is fucking crazy.
Yes and no. But the
Yeah, no,
magnitude,
like you're right.
obviously,
It is what it is, but think about it. It's fucking crazy.
think about it, what exactly are our nations in government other than
They are
large
actually technically,
businesses?
you're right, Slender. They are technically registered businesses.
True.
Yep.
There you go. Peace deals, peace negotiations of any kind are all business deals.
So
we,
okay.
we live in a simulation.
And Mr. Garrison's our president.
All right. Okay, we're on the same page.
Yeah, we
All
are, bro. It's official. Mr. Garrison is our
I will
president.
respond to this. So look, for 4 years in the United States of America, we had a president who stood up at press conferences and talked tough about Vladimir Putin, and then Putin invaded Ukraine and destroyed a significant chunk of the country. The path to peace and the path to prosperity is maybe engaging in diplomacy. We tried the pathway of Joe Biden of thumping our chest and pretending that the president of the United States' words mattered more than the president of the United States' actions. What makes America a good country is America engaging in diplomacy. That's what President Trump is doing.
Can I ask you?
All right, let's pause it right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Go
It's
for it.
funny how he said that, because the one thing America has not done since this man has been in office is keep their word. Whether it's
Elaborate.
whether it's
Yeah.
towards Americans and things they said they would not be cutting funding of, et cetera,
What have they
or
cut
when it
funding on?
comes to, go ahead.
They haven't cut funding on Medicaid or Social Security or any other essential personally affects. No single fucking individual Americans are affected by his executive orders or the Doge cuts.
Are you
No one's
sure?
complained about it. No one's posted anything
Yes.
about their stuff being cut. If not,
No, now nobody. You're saying nobody has been posting people who voted for this man, who have now lost their jobs.
Okay, you don't
Yeah,
think
well,
that
USAID
Democrats are the
workers,
first to
maybe.
post their
We're
cuts
not talking
on
about
social
USAID
media?
workers. That's we're not even going to touch that subject, because that's something for a different conversation. That's not what we're talking about. We already talked about the USAID thing.
Yeah.
But we're talking about actual Americans
Yeah.
who basically voted for this man in hopes that he was going to do something different, but then lost their jobs.
Are you talking about the Fed workers? Because last I checked, the NSA was.
Yeah, who exactly
Yeah,
are we
Bro,
talking
we're,
about? 'Cause
bro,
they-
you're not
leftist.
talking
Yeah,
about-
which
we
If we're
are
gonna
not
get into
talking
personal
about the
anecdotes,
okay?
if we're talking about personal anecdotes, I know many more people that have gotten work since.
yeah, wait, can I ask who are you referring to? Like what was their job? What jobs did they lose?
Talking
Were
about
they
the
federal were they
were
government workers?
Sure, I actually
Fuck them all to death. That was their job.
I posted the link in the chat a while back. But there's a lot of parks workers that are losing their jobs, not to
Oh,
mention
government workers. Okay.
federal workers.
Yeah.
So we don't care.
So we don't care.
Yeah, we don't give a fuck.
You get fired.
Hey,
Remember,
look,
hey,
look,
people
look.
get fired
Let them
every
work
day.
at Walmart.
Now
Go
that
to
you
a
said
strip
that-
club.
So you have to also remember, Brendan,
hold
all the
on,
federal
hold on.
workers that
Now
were
that you
laid
said
off,
that-
they weren't just laid off.
Hey,
They were
guys,
given
one at a
severance.
time.
That's also true. They were given a severance.
Now that
Hey,
you said
Monkey,
that,
you have full control. All right, you can
now
mute
that
us.
you said that, dude. Fair point.
All right.
All right. Wow, we're making progress today. I like this.
Hold on.
Yeah, we're
Here's what we're gonna do. Brandon, right? Then we'll do then we'll do
No, I'm gonna
Charles?
yield right now.
Uh, well, this is the order. All right, this is the order.
Top hat
Okay.
goes first.
So that's
All right.
that's the,
Really
that's
got
the order.
got with that statement. So
All right. So if you're gonna yield back your time, I'll let Charles go, and then after Charles, I'll let Slender go,
Whoa.
and then we'll hit play. Yeah, go. Because you're all talking too much at once.
All right, Your Honor. Just like to say,
Your
Mr.
Honor.
Trump's actions on that day were justified due to Mr. Z's actions that were outside the normal scope of behavior for one leading a country. We can only hope negotiations are restored and that peace in Ukraine is achieved. I yield my time.
So if we're talking about
Suck my nuts.
video again, we have to also remember, while he is starting to get angry and get clap back at Zelensky, he's not saying the things. He's not calling Zelensky things like warmonger and things like that, like Zelensky was calling Putin. When you're trying to bring someone to a negotiation, you don't call them things like that publicly. I mean, yes, whether or not we know he is, but when you're trying to make peace with the person, you don't say that. Again, it's a business deal. The other thing is, yeah, it is a little bit disrespectful going to a business deal in a suit. I mean, look at Winston Churchill. Getting bombed all over the place. He walked everywhere in a suit.
Oh, the suit thing is so fucking funny, dude. That is.
I mean, okay, so that's
It's a
drama
tiny
there.
thing. It's a tiny thing, but remember, business.
Well, it is a tiny thing, but I heard again allegedly that he was told ahead of time to wear a suit.
He was.
And if at that point, if you're someone begging for money, or again, we agree that Ukraine really isn't in control of the situation. America's Big Daddy. Like, so if Big Daddy says wear the fucking suit, like, dude, just wear the fucking suit. Like, I get it's kind of a little petty, but you don't got the cards.
Like, your pride, you're trying to get peace.
What if he doesn't have a suit?
They could have provided him one.
This guy got a suit.
He's got a suit.
He definitely has a suit.
I'm not gonna lie, Zelensky's got a suit.
He was previously seen in a suit one time before. But it was many years ago.
He might still own that.
That's fucking helpful.
Other than one time, he just goes full suave in a pair of track pants and a fucking shirt with the Ukrainian emblem. That's
Pretty
cool
much.
in my book.
Do we know if Zelensky has a merch store with that shirt? Like, maybe
I'd buy it.
I wouldn't doubt it. But if we're talking about the federal worker thing, then like I said, they were given severance, and a large portion of severance, if we think about it. I mean, what was it, like 7 months or something? 6 months, something like that. I mean,
yeah, like at least 6 months. Being at least 6 months, which is a lot of pay.
That's
most
kind of
jobs.
generous.
Most jobs would just be like, "All right,
You're
thanks,
fired.
bye, get
Bye.
out." Actually, they
Peace.
wouldn't even say
Good
thanks.
luck.
They would just say, "Get out."
And
Most
And then
Most
say
jobs-
fuck you on the way out.
that most
So,
decent
like,
jobs only give you like a severance of 2 months.
That
If
at
they
best.
give you that.
At best.
Let's get
Yeah,
real.
at best.
Fucking damn it.
In America,
Sorry.
the answer is usually 0.
Sorry, Brandon. Go ahead.
No, let's get real here. 7 months is beyond generous, in my opinion. Not only that, you got to figure coming out of the position that they're in, they basically have an open door to any job, in my opinion.
Oh yes.
It's not like they're leaving the army.
All right. We haven't even got to the good part yet. I'm glad we're motivated on this.
Oh, we motivated.
He occupied our parts, big parts of Ukraine, parts of East and Crimea. So he occupied it on 2014. So during a lot of years, so I'm not speaking about just Biden, but those time was Obama, then President Obama, then President Trump, then President Biden, now President Trump, and God bless, now President Trump will stop him. But during 2014, nobody stopped him. He just occupied and took. He killed people. You know what the contact line?
2015.
2014.
2014 and 2015.
2014.
Yeah. So
I was
he killed.
not here.
Yeah, but
That's exactly
but-
right.
Yes, but during 2014 till 2022, what the situation the same. The people are been dying on the contact line. Nobody stopped him. You know that we had conversations with him, a lot of conversation, my bilateral conversation, and we signed with him. Me, like a new president in 2019, I signed with him the deal. I signed with him, Macron and Merkel. We signed ceasefire. All of them told
Can I
me
pause this?
that he will
I
never go.
don't know the accuracy of that. Does anyone have that like timeline, that history? I don't.
Actually, Slender's pretty good on it, so I'll let him have
Don't
it.
have that right in front of me, so I would
okay.
have to. I'd have to double check.
Bro, you
that.
can't get anything by this man.
But
Alright,
I can
hold up.
probably
I
find
got
it
you.
before too long.
How about that?
That's just out of curiosity.
Yep. What? Tell you what. While
Oh,
we're
that's
continuing to
that's
play it,
I think that's the Minsk
Yeah, that's what I was
Minsk
wondering if that was the
Second-
Minsk Accord, but we know what happened there for real, right? Like
Yes.
America sent Boris Johnson to fucking sabotage that shit. So it's not like it was made and then it was broken. It was never. So that's what I was wondering. Is he talking about that or something else? I have no idea.
Yeah, because the Minx thing happens after the 2014 invasion.
No, but he was talking 2019, which sounds about the same.
There was a
The
Minx
whole
1 and a Minx 2. I don't
Yeah, but I'm not seeing
don't-
Minx 2 was in 2015.
Okay, there you go. So yeah.
see. Here we go. Like I said, I don't know the exact dates. I know there was a Minx 1 and a Minx 2. I'm
Correct.
pretty sure the Minx 2 had to do with the invasion.
Yeah, I just don't
No.
know the timeline on it.
Yes.
Minx 2 yeah, no, you're right. Minx 2 did have to do with the invasion.
I'm not seeing anything for. Oh, the Steinmeier formula. Okay.
So who?
So tell you what we'll do is while
That doesn't
I'm finished,
seem-
well, I'm gonna hit the play button and me and Slender will go over it
Yeah,
and be
please.
able to answer that.
Use the technology.
I found it actually.
We
I think
signed him.
December.
Oh,
okay.
he works fast. Slender is a fucking superstar.
December of 2019, they agreed to implement a full and comprehensive ceasefire, and it was supposed to. It followed a prisoner swap and the withdrawal of the Ukrainian military in 3 areas. They agreed to swap the remaining prisoners and disengage. According to Zelensky, there was also progress with the issue of gas exports, but Russia and Ukraine could not agree on the issues of the withdrawal of Russian-backed troops and the elections in the separatist-held region. So it doesn't seem like they fully
Yeah,
followed
okay. So
through
if they
with that.
didn't agree on something, then it's not a ceasefire.
They both didn't follow through on something they agreed to do, so they broke.
Okay.
They both broke it. Like you can't
So
really
it's a
do
little
anything
bit of
about that.
revisionist history from Zelensky here, then. Okay.
Gas contract. Yes, but after that, he broken this ceasefire. He killed our people, and he didn't exchange prisoners. We signed the exchange of prisoners, but he didn't do it. What kind of diplomacy, JD, you are speaking about? What do you mean?
I'm talking.
So before I let this continue, I do want to say right here that this is going to be my problem with Zelensky. I'm going to spend a lot of this conversation on the Ukrainian side of the debate. So I figure I should lead off with this first so that I'm not totally a Ukrainian cuck here.
Ukrainian
Oh.
side. Wait, do you mean the Ukrainian people side, or you just mean the side of the war of Ukraine winning?
Yeah, Ukraine winning.
Because
I'm
the
on the
Ukrainian people
Ukraine
are mostly
winning.
against Zelensky.
Listen, we'll get to that, all right? We're raring for that one. Yeah, hold on. But I want to get this one out the way before I fucking take up the blue and yellow for the rest of the fucking topic. This is shit diplomacy. This is fucking insanely terrible diplomacy, all right?
On both sides.
You're right, it is on both sides, but it's more so on Zelensky's side. Fucking terrible diplomacy. You're in a situation where you need these guys as weapons to stay in the battle that you're in with a fucking country that's like 3 times your size. And you're here basically begging this guy to help you, right? And get security deals so that your fucking country can live to see tomorrow. Why the fuck would you come to the Oval Office to debate?
Yep.
He's gonna sit here and argue for security guarantees in this deal. He should have never been in this office.
I just don't understand why he can't
until
connect the
this
dots.
deal. That too, but he shouldn't have been in this fucking office without that already on a piece of paper ready to go, if that's what you wanted. But to bring it up now,
Yeah,
and
he's
have
changing the
this for
terms of the
debate,
deal.
that and to do it in the office, bro, there's like 1,000 things you're fucking up here. You're with a guy that you fucking What was it? 3, 4, 5 fucking months before he got elected. You were on the other side of the fucking ball playing
Competing
footsies with
against him.
Biden.
Yeah.
And now you gotta beg this guy for fucking support, and you want to come in here and fucking argue with them. This is bad diplomacy. It's not. It's terrible. This is the one big, huge fucking problem I've got with Zelensky. Is for all the good that he's been doing at the beginning of the war, he is fucking up tremendously in these last few months, bro. Like the diplomacy is bad.
Good.
To be
Go ahead.
fair,
Really
this is
enjoyed
why
it
you don't
about
send a
war.
comedian in a diplomatic campaign.
Hey,
Like-
fuck Putin, am I right? Hey.
I'm just saying, like, look, he is not a politician. I don't know how, like, let's get real here. I don't know how he got where he is, but for some reason he's there.
You know, some Westerners might say that the U.S. helped install that, but you know.
You may be right.
I would
Like,
also
you
say
know
you
what?
could say that Trump's not a politician technically. So
Well, I think his rookie year
Better
or his
politician
rookie
than
4
Zelensky.
years,
well,
you
yes.
could definitely see the difference now. He has become a politician or the anti-meta politician. I don't know, man.
But you got to
Yeah, I don't think we
Trump
call
spent
Trump a rookie in the second
Trump
term.
spent his years either sending people to do his business deals for him or negotiating them himself. Like, no matter what you think about Trump not being a politician, he's got the core aspects of being a politician.
Yeah, he got the fundamentals down now.
He,
For sure.
he has
just-
it down
just as a
now.
business
But
owner.
what Trump truly is a negotiator.
I wouldn't say that. He usually comes out in the shit on the deals.
Well, how do you know those
That's-
bankruptcies aren't back? You know, bankruptcies, they talk a lot of shit about
Right.
bankruptcy, but they're
Like-
very beneficial.
I didn't even bring up the bankruptcy. That's on
No,
you.
but I'm saying like people like to hit on it because, oh well, he can't do deals, he fucks up his business all the time, blah blah blah. But you know,
Them it's different
bankruptcies,
viewpoints on
they-
that one.
shady business, you know, like he is the master of taking advantage of the system at that point.
The system, yes. People, not so much. I don't feel like.
Yet to be
Say that
seen.
again.
I
He's
said
saying, like,
yes.
yeah.
Taking advantage of the system, yes. People, I don't think he's very good at it because he's not a very good people person.
That's
I don't know.
Trump.
Yeah,
I need to remind you of something.
I'm-
It's been
you have to
it's
beg to
been a
differ.
very long time. I understand, so I forgive you for not remembering. I forgive a lot of people for not remembering.
Everybody loved this van.
Yes.
Before this guy was a politician, he had songs named after him by
Yes.
rappers. He was one of the most loved guys in all of fucking pop
His
culture.
best friend was
Fucking
basically
deep.
Oprah.
Yep.
Like
All the nappy hoes were friends with him.
calm
like
down,
he
Don
was he was a big, huge fucking celebrity. He was sitting in fucking WWE. He was the fucking reason for like a lot of the boxing fights that we got to see back when we was kids. No, this guy was super pop. There's a reason our fucking parents go gaga over Trump. It's because of how popular he was. So like it was before he became a politician.
Yes.
Snoop Dogg loved this guy before he was a politician.
Yes.
Yeah, but I don't know. I just really don't respect.
You
Snoop
really
Dogg.
think people changed that quickly?
People like Snoop Dogg? Yes.
Well, yes, people like them. Yes.
I gotta agree.
I'll have to agree on that one. Yes.
I mean, people
I
you
who
wanna
should
are-
have been more
Hold on.
specific. Do you really think someone
People who are
who
celebrities, hear me out. People who are celebrities who have an image they need to obtain or
Mhm.
uphold to maintain relevancy and keep clout with their people?
Yes.
Yeah, they're gonna flip the script real quick.
Mhm.
However, there are certain individuals out there. I mean, there are certain members of my family included who have maintained Donald Trump is a great guy. Whether or not he's a politician or he was just a business partner or somebody they did
My
deals with,
dad's the same way.
Like, so what I'm saying is like, yeah, Monkey, maybe you're right about that. But I do have a feeling that he rubs the majority of people the wrong way.
Well, that's
But
the public
Now,
perception right now.
because he's, he's a politician.
And
yeah,
they
that's
spent
true.
however many years attacking him.
Hey, man.
All right. So, yeah, I had to get that out the way because the diplomacy here is terrible, and it's tragically terrible because
Level 1
this
diplomacy.
And it wasn't even
this is
going that bad until he started bringing up the security guarantees and everything like that. Like,
Which, again, connecting the dots there, if America is getting rare earth from you and has money invested in your country, they're not just going to let Russia go into Ukraine because then that hurts America. So, like, I
Right.
just don't understand how this
I
man is
didn't.
worried about something when the peace deal is not even done yet. Something that
Listen.
has a very easy connect the dots explanation of how you're going to get your security guarantees, but you don't talk about it now because you got to get the other guy to not say fuck you first. It's crazy. It's crazy.
I I want to play devil's advocate to that.
Please
I
do.
can understand Zelensky's position.
Yeah, me too. Me too. No,
Yeah.
I get it. It's an
I don't think it's
emotional.
that-
Hey,
yeah.
I'm worried about
It's
my
not
country.
even
This
no,
guy
no,
hasn't
it's not
been with me
even
before.
it's not even emotional, although like I guess there is an emotional
I would say
damage,
part
bro.
of it is emotional. But
there's an
yeah,
emotional
there's more to it.
there's an emotional fucking aspect to this.
Emotional
But
damage.
he's sitting in God in front of God's country, in front of American media, so basically in front of Ukrainian media for all intents and purposes.
Everybody's watching. The world's watching.
Everybody is fucking watching. Everybody knows the history of Ukraine and Russia,
No, they don't.
and and what and depending on which side, let me get to that. Depending on which side of the fence, the information may be skewed a different way, one way or another. And in his position, everybody in his country thinks that Russia's the asshole. So he's sitting there with his people believing that they've
No,
had
they don't.
all of these ceasefires that have been violated. So he needs to come home with something, or he's gonna get strung up like he's Benito fucking Mussolini. I understand his position. The problem that I have isn't that he asked for security guarantees. That's kind of a fucking duh thing to ask for. It's you don't come here to the Oval Office without that either secured or with the acceptance you're not getting it right now. Like one or the other had to have been understood before you got to that chair that he's sitting in right now.
I mean,
But
according
now
to
that
other
you're
people,
sitting
it
in that
was.
chair, yeah, according to Marco, it was too. But now that you're sitting in that chair, that's it. The conversation's over. You are here to sign a piece of paper and look pretty in front of the fucking American media right now. This is all for fucking glitz and glamour to show Putin we're getting somewhere. That's it. Like, we are not here to fucking talk about things right now. But he wants to talk about things right now. It's a this is it's a bad diploma. It's bad
But
diplomacy.
you got to figure though, given the other side, do you think he was told any of this?
Yeah.
Like,
Who-
do you
who told
honestly believe that he was told when he got here that he was going to get nothing?
Yes,
He was
I
literally told
think
before he even got here.
Marco had it under control with you're coming here to sign a mineral agreement and a ceasefire. And that the because the reason why I believe that is because the urgency of Zelensky bringing it up. Like Zelensky knew that he didn't have that on that piece of paper, and
Okay.
he wanted to get that on that piece of paper. And there's times before this segment like that. I'm cutting this very short, but there's times before in the entire 52-minute video that we have here where he keeps alluding back to those. He doesn't have that on that piece of paper. and he wants it on that piece of paper bad. So I feel like he knew the deal wasn't what he wanted when he went in there. I think he came in there to fucking argue for the deal. Because it seemed like that. He's been argumentative from the jump. This is what Marco Rubio got pissed a bit at him about. Marco thought he had this shit under control. Like, hey, you coming in here, you're signing a deal, we're ceasefire, everything's hunky dory. You go back to your fucking home, we're gonna be all right. And that's why Marco's probably sitting in his chair, fucking melting in his seat while this is going on, because he told his guys, I got it under control, and now this shit's fucking happening. And I'm gonna get to that again later when we see it, because I see it again in the address, but I'll get to that. I'll get to that later. It's funny, but Marco's sitting here like, fuck, bro.
Do it. What
Wait,
kind
wait.
of diplomacy,
All right,
JD,
yes, I
you
got
are
it,
speaking
right.
about? What do you mean?
I'm talking about the kind of diplomacy that's going to end the destruction of your country.
Yes, but if you
Mr. President, with respect, I think it's disrespectful for you to come into the Oval Office and try to litigate this in front of the American media. Right now, you guys are going around and forcing conscripts to the front lines because you have manpower problems. You should be thanking the president.
Is that even true?
Yes, I just saw a video
Right.
of an old man walking his dog, and he was taken by the military in a van.
Okay, but
Yeah,
I've been
seen
hearing
a lot
that
of
those
those
videos.
Russian sources.
I've heard that those videos come from other places like Poland.
Yeah, no, like every video I've seen is coming from, well, definitely a foreigner, definitely not a Ukrainian. Like I can pull them up on my phone right now.
I want this looked into. I want this fact checked, because I feel like they're going off Twitter, because I've
That's
seen the
exactly
videos.
what they're doing. That's exactly what they're doing. Like I've seen these videos posted. I have somebody on my timeline like, bro, when I say
Yeah, same.
a full blown MAGA fag, I mean a full blown MAGA fag to the point where it's like, like it's bad. Like he posts things that are just completely blatantly false. Every one of these videos that he's posted in regards to what you're talking about all goes back to a Russian or some kind of Eastern European account, not a Ukrainian's.
What are we talking about?
So
Okay, he says JD tells him that, hey, we know that you're sending conscripts to your front lines because you ain't got the manpower. And I want to know if that's actually verifiable, or if he's going off of the videos that we've seen on Twitter, because those videos are disputed. So I wanted to know if anybody was able to confirm that, or if they heard differently, if this is just based off of what we saw on Twitter.
Well, stuff
'Cause
like
I'm not
this is
saying-
always
Do you think the
pretty much
vice
be
president
disputed
is
unless
getting-
you could see it?
Can I point out one thing? You're talking about the same guy and the same group of people who accused Haitians of being dogs and cats when the one person who actually did
Hold
it
on. You know what?
was.
You know what?
Oh, here we go.
Here's something. JD Vance brings this up to Zelensky directly. How does Zelensky respond to it?
Yeah, you know what? Let's do that.
Let's hear the response.
For trying to bring it into this
Have you
conflict.
ever been to Ukraine?
Our problems around and forcing conscripts to the front lines because you have manpower problems. You should be thanking the president for
Have you
trying to
ever
bring
been-
it into this
Have you
conflict.
ever been to Ukraine that you say what problems we have?
That was his response.
Yeah,
He's
he's
not denying it.
He's combative though.
yeah, but he's definitely pointing out the fact that
He's saying,
You
look
know,
into Ukraine and see what problems we have.
yeah,
No,
but
he's saying
I
he's
also
not saying that. He's saying, bro, you haven't been to fucking Ukraine to be telling me what problems that I have. He's got a
Yes.
language barrier, but he's basically saying, bitch, you don't know what the fuck you're talking
Yes,
about. You
I
ain't
know
been to
what,
my
but
country."
that's what he's saying. He's saying, look into Ukraine and see what the problems we have. Like you haven't seen the problems we have. So he's
So in
not
other
denying it. He's just being
in other words,
roundabout.
in other words, he's saying stop getting your information off Twitter.
No, that's not what he's saying at all.
You really think the vice
look at
president?
his
I
body
agree with
language.
Slender, that's
Look
not-
at his
really
body
think
language.
the vice
Hold on.
president of the
Look at his
United
body
States
language.
info from X?
Look at his
Yeah, it's
body
very
language.
standoffish body language, which I would have brought in to be attacked.
No,
Well, I know.
listen, I agree with
He
Slender.
started the
That's not what
attack.
he's saying. What he's saying basically is you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. That's not fucking happening. You don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. How could you? You don't come near Ukraine. You've never stepped foot in Ukraine.
He's not wrong.
Yes, he's just using that you haven't seen it firsthand to know what's going on.
Well, that's a pretty
He's
ballsy
not
statement.
denying it either.
I just want to just again, this is the vice president, president of the United States. I really doubt they're getting their info from X and not national intelligence.
Hold on.
Just-
How many times have they done this?
Yeah, but listen,
Ah,
listen. In fairness to Charles' point, they're not privy to the same information they were before.
I'm just saying they got national
they have
intelligence and we don't.
they now have
You have to remember they
better
took control of a
clearance for
mutiny
better
ship.
information.
but once again, you're talking about the same people who tried to say there were Haitians eating dogs and cats.
There were reports of that.
There were
No,
reports of that.
because the
Yes,
one
at the
person
city
who was
council meetings,
arrested
people
for it-
were saying it, and they were saying that people, the residents of Ohio,
Yeah. But guess
In
what?
Springfield,
And who was the
where the
person?
Simpsons live.
Who was the person eating dogs and cats?
Bart Simpson.
There was a woman that was eating a cat at some point.
And where was she? What country was she from originally?
Guys, hello.
she's from
Hello?
Ohio. They're in Ohio, bro. They don't know the difference between American black and Haitian
What's up?
black. They don't-
Hey,
Ohio's
hey,
not
hold on. Let's get our new.
Oh wait,
co-host.
Yeah,
pause.
no,
Bradley, have you been to Haiti?
Have I been to Haiti?
Yeah, have you been to Haiti?
Yeah, twice.
Like you've been all over?
Yeah, I've
Hold
been
on, hold on.
to the country. Yeah, it's a
Cuba,
shit.
Cubanito, what's up, bro?
No. I got more questions than answers. To be honest, I just wanted to ask.
yeah, please.
Yeah, 'cause I don't really understand what you guys are talking about. Eh,
Zelensky, Putin, Trump. Who annoyed you today? Dime, mijo.
yeah. Dime, mijo. Did he say dime, mijo?
Dígame,
Yes.
sí, claro que sí. Dime, ¿quién coño te está molestando?
Manda.
See, it's a very
Eh,
innocent program.
I wanted to ask, what are the resources that they're getting from Ukraine, if anyone knows?
Whatever
Mineral.
Trump defines as rare earth, I'm guessing it's the fucking lithium and fucking. I don't know if it's chips over there. E2, or maybe that's.
The what? Who's speaking? Slender? The what?
Sand Maga was speaking.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like I could only I didn't look. Trump says it's rare earth, so I assume it's like battery stuff, maybe chip stuff. I can't imagine it being some other things.
Pop
I'm gonna-
says it's the power. It's so that they can get stuff to power for their AI shit. It's
Yeah, that's what I figured.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
something like
assume.
that.
I'm gonna assume it's neodymium, which is like an electroconductor / magnet.
Okay, yeah, very
Like,
good.
I mean, there are other rare earth minerals, but I don't know their their potential for entity. But I know neodymium, like that, is used to power electromagnets, and they are very powerful magnets. Like
There you go.
if you go to Tallahassee, you have the Mag Lab at FSU, which they use these large neodymium magnets to conduct whatever experiments they conduct with the National Guard guarding the building.
Is that what they do with the particle accelerator?
I don't know what they have exactly there. It's called Mag Lab, but what like their whole focus is testing electromagnetism, and half the time they start this thing up, whatever's there, the power goes out in Tallahassee.
Whew,
I
EMP.
haven't heard of
We're trying
that
to EMP a whole
in
country, okay?
Ukraine. I know Ukraine has a ton of coal. They do also have a lot of oil and natural gases.
Okay.
It could be as simple as that.
They have.
Yeah, well, I would assume it comes down to natural gas, though.
They also have uranium, apparently.
yeah, that's important.
That's yeah.
All
So
right.
that yeah,
That
that's
was my question right there. That's all I want to know.
All
all
right.
right.
I keep listening to
I
you
have
guys.
been to.
Count once.
I've actually watched and seen the stories, and I know what.
The Ukrainian president
No!
and the U.S. president.
Fuck.
Oh,
Sorry.
fuck.
In this
Mijo.
cabinet, Ukraine, that you say what problems we have.
I have been to.
Count once.
I've actually watched and seen the stories, and I know what happens is you bring them on a propaganda tour, Mr. President. Do you disagree that you've had problems?
He does look guilty
bringing
as
people
fuck
in your
when he
military?
said
And do
that
you
though.
think
I
that
want
it's
his face
respectful
is like
to come to the Oval Office of the United States of America and attack the administration that is trying to prevent
JD
destruction
Vance
of your
going
country?
debate,
A
bro.
lot of questions. Let's start from the beginning.
Sure.
First of all, during the war, everybody has problems. Even you, but you have nice ocean and don't feel now, but you will feel it in the future. God bless.
You don't know that.
God bless.
You don't
God
know that.
bless. You
And it's over.
Don't tell us what we're
You don't
gonna
know
feel.
that.
We're
You
trying
got
to
so
solve a
pissed
problem.
there.
Don't tell us what we're gonna feel.
I'm not telling you.
Because
I'm
you're in no
answering on this
position to
question.
dictate that.
That's exactly
Remember
what
this.
you're doing.
You're in no position to dictate what we're gonna feel. We're gonna feel very
you will
good.
Feel influence.
We're gonna feel very good
See,
and
there,
very
he's
strong.
I see what he's
You're
insinuating.
right now not in a very good position. You've allowed
From the
yourself
very-
to be in a
from
very
the very
bad position,
beginning
and
of
he
the
happens
war.
to be right
From
about
the
it.
very beginning of the war.
You're not
Mr.
in a good
Brown,
position. You don't have the cards right now. With us, you start having
Not playing
cards.
cards.
Right now,
I just
you
want
are
to say this
playing.
is the
Why the
best
fuck-
uniform
what's the
I've
game so
ever
fucking
seen.
crazy?
serious.
You're gambling
I'm the
with the
president
lives of
anymore.
millions of people.
You think-
You're gambling with World War III. You're gambling with World War III. And what you're doing is very disrespectful to the country.
This is
country.
insane.
I'm
That's
with
back
all
to you.
respect to your
Far
country.
more than a lot of people said
Very
they
respect.
should have.
Have you said thank you once this
A lot
entire
of
meeting?
times.
No. in
Oh,
this entire
JD,
meeting, you
watch
said thank
out.
you.
Today.
You went to Pennsylvania and campaigned for the opposition in October. Offer some words of appreciation for the United States of America
Who
and the
deals with
president
your
who's trying
shit?
to save your country.
Please, you think that if you will speak very loudly about the war, you
He's
can.
not speaking
Oh,
loudly. He's not
shut
speaking
the
loudly.
fuck up,
Your
man.
country's in big trouble.
Can I
Wait a
answer?
minute. No,
Can
you've
I
done a lot
answer?
of talking. Your country is in big
Jesus,
trouble.
I know.
bro.
You're not
I
winning.
know.
You're not winning this. You have a damn
We-
good chance of
we are
coming out
staying,
okay because of
Mr.
us.
President, we are staying in our country, staying strong from the very beginning of the war. We've been alone, and we are thankful. I said thanks
You haven't
in
been
this
alone.
cabinet.
You
and
haven't
not
been
only
alone.
in this
We
cabinet.
gave you, through
I
this
said
stupid
thank-
president, $350 billion.
You voted
We gave
for
you
your
military equipment,
You
and your
voted
men
for
are
your
brave,
president.
but they had to use our military.
What about West?
If you didn't have
You
our
invited
military
me-
equipment,
You invited
if
me
you
to
didn't
the-
have our military equipment, this war would have been over in 2 weeks.
in 3
okay?
days. I heard it from Putin. In 3 days.
Oh
this
my
is something
God,
yes, in
this
2 weeks.
guy,
Of course,
bro.
yes.
It's going to be a very hard thing to do business like this. I
Again,
tell you.
just say thank you.
I
Accept-
said a lot of
accept
times
that
thank
there-
you
accept
to
that-
American people.
Accept that there are disagreements, and let's go litigate those disagreements rather than trying to fight it out in the American media when you're wrong. We know that you're wrong.
But you see, I think it's good for the American people to see what's going on.
I understand, sir.
I think it's
I
very
understand.
important. That's why I kept this going so long. You have to be thankful. You don't have the cards.
Jesus,
You're
dude.
buried there.
Content
People are
president.
dying.
Tell you
You're
the
running
thing.
low on soldiers.
Don't,
Listen,
don't please,
you're running
Mr.
low
President.
on soldiers. It would be a damn good thing.
Mr.
And then you tell us, I don't want a ceasefire. I don't want a ceasefire. I want to go and I want this. Look, if you could get a ceasefire
so
right now, I
juvenile,
tell you,
dude.
you take it so the bullets stop flying and your men stop getting killed.
Of course, we want to stop the war.
But you're
I
saying
said-
you don't want a
But I
ceasefire.
said to you,
I want a
with
ceasefire
guarantees.
because you'll get a ceasefire faster than an agreement.
Ask
Green
our
card,
people
bro.
about
I can't.
ceasefire, what they think.
That wasn't
doesn't
with
matter for
me.
you what
That wasn't
this
with me.
means. It
That was
wasn't
with
you.
a guy named Biden who was not a smart person.
This
That
is
was
your,
with,
this
that was
is
with
your
Obama.
president. It was your president.
Excuse me. That was with Obama, who gave you sheets, and I gave you javelins.
Yes.
I gave you the javelins to take out all those tanks. Obama gave you sheets. In fact, the statement is Obama gave sheets and Trump gave javelins. You got to be more thankful because let me tell you, you don't have the cards. With us, you have the cards. But without us, you don't have any cards.
One more question.
love it.
Mr. Vice President. I'm sorry.
It's going to be a tough deal to make
Um,
because the attitudes have to
I
change.
want to pause right here because he really did try to like drive the point home. Yeah, I need these guarantees. Like he's putting Trump on the spot to publicly pick a side again when America's trying to mediate a deal between these two sides.
Right.
Like, and that's why this is so fucking retarded. And that's why I think he, at least in that moment, was incredibly stupid. Like, you can talk about this in private, but not when Putin's watching this, bro.
Exactly.
And now, and you know, in a way, this might help get the peace deal done because Putin saw, or at least the act was played, America isn't going to necessarily bend over for Ukraine either. Like, it's a more neutral approach to the situation. But the insistent behavior from Zelensky, the whole time to be like, one, Putin fucking sucks. Two, aren't we the fucking trads? And please, you know, agree with me some more, Big Daddy. Like, no, dude. Like, shut the fuck up, sign the deal. Don't make this more complicated than it needs to be.
Please talk. What do you do then? I understand that it's a heated conversation right now.
What are you saying?
She's asking, what if Russia breaks the ceasefire?
Well, what if anything? What if a bomb drops on your head right now?
What if
He's
fucking right?
I don't know. They broke it with Biden because Biden, they didn't respect him. They didn't respect Obama. They respect me. Let me tell you, Putin went through a hell of a lot with.
And I don't want it. Replay right there. Replay that head nod from Zelensky.
Respect him.
Yeah.
They didn't respect Obama. They respect me.
Smirk.
Sniff.
Let me tell you, Putin went through a hell of a lot.
That does say a lot right there.
You know, he's like, he's right, you know. Like,
With me, he went through a phony witch hunt where they used him and Russia. You
Russia,
ever hear
Russia,
that?
Russia.
That was a phony Hunter Biden, Joe Biden
Never
scam. Hillary
misses
Clinton,
a chance, dude.
Shifty Adam Schiff. It was a
Zelensky
Democrat
goes through
scam, and he had to go through that, and he did go through it. We didn't end up in a war, and he went through.
Can I ask a question?
yeah.
What the fuck did Putin go through?
So Putin
What did
was
Putin do?
under attack because of the whole the laptop stuff. They kept calling it the Russian
By-
hoax and all that.
By
But I mean, like,
by
it's
who?
just
By
it's,
who? American Reddit?
yeah, it's,
Who
it's
was
just the
attacking
u-
Putin
it's,
over
it's
this?
just the usual shit. You know, people just shit talking him basically, kind of thing. Except this one was, you know, uncalled for because he didn't actually do it.
I'm moving things around over here. Yeah. All right.
it. He was accused of all that stuff. He had nothing to do with it. It came out of Hunter
So
Biden's
nothing, basically.
bathroom. It came out of Hunter Biden's bedroom.
In your eyes, yeah,
It was disgusting. And then they said, oh, the laptop from hell was made by Russia. The 51 agents. The whole thing was a scam. And he had to put up with that. He was being accused of all that stuff. All I can say is this. He might have broken deals with Obama and Bush, and he might have broken them with Biden. He did, maybe. Maybe he didn't. I don't know what happened. But he didn't break them with me. He wants to make a deal. I don't know if he can make a deal. The problem is I've empowered you to be a tough guy. And I don't think you'd be a tough guy without the United States. And your people are very brave. But you're either going to make a deal or we're out. And if we're out, you'll fight it out. I don't think it's going to be pretty, but you'll fight it out. But you don't have the cards. But once we sign that deal, you're in a much better position. But you're not acting at all thankful. And that's not a nice thing. I'll be honest, that's not a nice thing. All right, I think we've seen enough. What do you think? Huh? This is going to be great television. I will say that. We'll see what we can
Content
do
president.
about putting it together.
All right. We'll get to the next video in a second. But
So Brandon, you walked away
So-
when it happened, but when Trump was saying that, you know, Putin didn't respect Biden and Obama, Zelensky did a nod when he was like, "But he respects me."
Dude, I'm your daddy.
What?
What?
okay, Bo.
Where'd that come from?
Listen, this is Cody's job in this podcast is to say something very random.
Talk
Say
about
back.
them.
Hey, Cody, my mom says hi.
Mom says
Tell her to. I, I can't.
This can go very badly.
yeah. So anyway,
Tell her she's a very lovely woman.
all right. Listen, get your pleasant series out done off the fucking air. All right. Now that I've said my criticisms of fucking Zelensky, because I spent a fucking hour, I feel like that's fair. On the American side, this was so motherfucking unnecessary. Okay, like this was the easiest cut in the fucking meeting. All right, we got more to discuss. Get in the fucking back. We don't need to sit here and fucking make a public spectacle of bullying a rookie fucking like he's a rookie, bro.
What the
He's
fuck
green.
for America? God damn it.
Nah, listen, this guy's supposed to be like our ally. And on top of that, he's allied with all of our other allies. And all of our other allies are watching this too. They're going, the fuck is this?
Watch this,
You should,
masturbate.
you might want to look at the responses of all of them. Some of them were like that.
On
The
top-
other ones were applauding it.
On top of that, Russia's looking at this.
Yes.
We don't need Russia to see all this fucking craziness and
Or do we?
arguing. And I liked my politics when they were,
Behind closed doors?
yes, not in public view of the fucking this baby shit. That I now know that
I appreciate
politics.
transparency.
I love
I know, I get it, but it's like now that we see it transparently, can we act more like adults?
No.
Why
No.
does this? Why
You
does
see
this
people getting
fucking
shouting
meeting?
matches all the time?
Bro,
in Congress?
you put an elected
does-
reality TV star in office. Do you expect anything less?
Why does this meeting feel like hanging out in the garage with the
Like
guys?
this show? Why
fucking-
does
Because
that
you
meeting
touch
feel like that
yourself at
show?
night.
Somebody fucking took the good controller when they weren't supposed to. Like this is a retarded looking meeting, right? Like
Yes.
Half retarded.
no, full retard,
You never go full retard.
Like 80%.
full 100% retard. The diplomacy.
Okay.
The
1,000%.
diplomacy was bad on Ukraine side, but it's to me bad on the American side because we're supposed to be a little more organized than this. We shouldn't. The debate shouldn't be happening in front of fucking American media in the Oval Office. It shouldn't. This should not be happening in front of people. People don't need to know that this is how this shit goes. Like we don't need to know this. Sorry,
That's true.
I really didn't. I really did that. Like that, JD Vance fucking picking and prodding the whole fucking day, and whatever reporter asked, I didn't get to show it because I don't know where it is. But a reporter asks about the fucking suit. No
Why
one
are
brought.
you wearing a suit?
No one brought up the suit. This dick fucking reporter's like, dude, do you own a suit? Who asked a question like that, bro?
Yeah, it was very
Where was
tough.
that reporter
Hey,
from?
for real. When I brought up that in the chat, when I said this is the most disgusting display I've ever seen, that's what grossed me out was that statement. Like, because, bro, you got to figure there are people like who literally fought and died for this country that would not show up to a meeting like that in a suit. Probably because they
Dude,
can't afford one.
Dude, not even that. It's
That's
just
a little different.
we're sitting
We're talking
in the
about world
Oval
leaders.
Office.
Winston Churchill.
Well, we're also talking about a world leader who is trying to present an idea that he's one with the people at war. So why would
So
he
did
show
Winston
up?
Churchill. And he still wore
Yeah,
a
but
suit.
Winston
Every-
Churchill.
Yeah, Winston Churchill.
Winston Churchill was never one.
Winston Churchill. I'm Winston Churchill.
Yeah, see, there he goes, right there. That's what Winston Churchill was to those people.
You with that fucking top hat.
Yeah, for real. Like nobody respected that.
Listen,
Sir
You're saying
Slender,
people you're saying
fucking
people respect
European
Zelensky?
cousin.
Slender with his top hat.
You're saying people respect Zelensky?
I mean,
Yeah, they do.
did.
Have you seen
They do.
his own people are saying?
Gold made a really good point, and it was like, do you think these soldiers care more that Zelensky doesn't wear a suit in solidarity, or does Zelensky end the fucking war so they don't fucking die? What do you think they care more about?
Probably the latter.
I think they care more about the idea that they know if you give Russia an inch, they're going to take a yard, then they're going to take a mile.
They're gonna take if you continue the path you're on now, they're gonna take the mile anyway. This at least gives us a chance for them not to take the mile.
Yeah, but like we've seen before, they don't necessarily
got the cards.
Agreements. But since they respect Trump,
we've also seen
respect
how
Trump.
we've
maybe
also
they
seen how
will,
NATO
right?
was warned multiple times by Russia not to continue eastward, and they did it anyway before the agreements were made.
Very true.
Moscow Mike here.
That's not anything
You can't call somebody Moscow Mike for events that happened, factual events that occurred.
No, it did happen. I'm just being a dick.
The question the reporter asked: we're sitting in a room where we're trying to sign a deal that is supposed to end a war that's been going on for 3 years in Europe. And the premier question that we are asking is, hey, bud, where's your suit?
Where's your fucking suit, bro?
Like, you think of 1,000 fucking things to ask right now. None of them involve a suit. Who is that reporter and where did he come from?
It's a dumb question by the reporter. It's an asshole question by the reporter. Again, he chose not to wear it. If allegedly he was told to wear it, the fuck up is on his part. If he wasn't told to wear it, I guess you could give him a pass. But I feel like Trump and his people have already kind of made a big deal out of this before. So.
I think I remember who asked that question. Actually, I think it was Marjorie Taylor Greene's husband.
Ha! Dick move, but expected.
Fucking gross.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
It's okay, you're back, and that's what matters, I think.
Hey. That's all that matters.
Don't mind this. I'm not playing it yet. We're still on Ukraine. Just queuing it up. Just queuing it up. Just making it. So, not, since that meeting, there's been a few things that happened, and then we'll discuss like the overall thing. But since that meeting, there was a few things that have happened. Zelensky, directly after this meeting, was told to leave the Oval Office.
Get the fuck out of here, bro.
They had a lunch plan. That lunch went to staffers.
Nice.
They told him kick rocks. He went home. Well, no. First he went to Fox News and then he went home. He went to Fox News to basically.
That was interesting. That was an interesting twist.
Yeah, he went to Fox to have a fucking interview and be like, "Hey, I still want peace, though," and then left.
Yeah, he was weird.
Guys, I'm gonna have to go because I gotta drive tomorrow early in the morning. I'm sorry to interrupt. One last question, real quick. So, what is it that Zelensky came here for? To ask for another grant or something?
Zelensky came to the Oval Office apparently to debate his deal, but the reason why he was supposed to be coming was to sign an agreement with America for rare mineral oil or for rare minerals
to pay back for all the shit.
Wait, let me, say it again. To what?
He was supposed to come to America to sign a deal with Trump for rare earths from Ukraine. Like Trump wanted rare earths from Ukraine to help pay for the
minerals.
billions of dollars, pay for the billions of dollars that we had sent them in the war effort. And
Right.
in doing so, Trump was going to continue to negotiate a ceasefire with Russia. That was the what was supposed to happen, but what ended up happening instead was Zelensky came and debated for more of the he wanted security guarantees in the deal. He didn't already have that established, so he was debating to add more added to the deal that wasn't already in it. So
Yeah, you the fuck nigga.
plans changed.
I see. Well, guys, thank you for inviting me. So I'm gonna have to let you go, and I'll look at it tomorrow. Okay. All right. Thank you
All right.
so much
Love,
for this.
love you, Lewis.
I
Hey,
say,
love you too, primo. Dale, hacer que hola.
Yeah.
Dale, dale. All right,
All
guys.
right. So after that,
I can't stay forever either.
Zelensky fucking leaves.
What?
After that, Zelensky fucking leaves. He goes fucking back home. Trump tells the world that he's not fucking sending any more uh resources over there. He's not sending any more money, any more ammo, any more whatever.
Which,
They're
to be
basically
fair,
fucked.
about getting paid back, the agreement to get paid back, it makes sense because if you look at the money that is sent to them, it's mostly in grants, very few loans, whereas everyone else that has been sending aid was in mostly loans, so they were going to be getting paid back.
Meanwhile, Zelensky met up with everybody else in the European Union, and they had made an agreement to send. I forget how many troops, but a lot of fucking troops over to
And a lot
that
of money.
area of the war. Say again?
And a lot of money.
Yeah, and a lot of money. Um, then after that, right before the address that we're about to watch, Zelensky had sent Trump uh, and apparently made public, hey, I'm ready to talk peace. When can we do that? Basically, it was. We'll
no,
hear.
no, 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 bro. You're missing something in the middle there.
What did I miss?
Zelensky goes to Europe and goes to the UK and be like, "Hey, America's not helping me, but will you help me?" And then the
Yeah,
UK
no,
was
no,
like,
I did cover that.
"Okay,
And they agreed to send troops and money over to the war effort.
but what was the condition with the UK? The UK said we could do all that,
But you got to pay
but
us
you
back.
still need America." And then he was like, I gotta go back to fucking Daddy Trump over here and beg for fucking money."
True.
Okay, that's where we're at.
Um. So yeah, after that, he begs for peace. He sends a, "Hey, I'm ready to talk," but then releases a video in his native. I'm gonna go ahead and assume that they speak like Russian or something over there,
Ukrainians.
but
Ukrainian.
Ukrainian. Okay, something to that nature. That his native tongue, where it basically sounds like, "Hey, we know Russia's about to fuck us over. They haven't changed any of their demands. Blah 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 blah." It basically sounded like, "Yeah, we're gonna fight this one out, buddy." So mixed messages. I'm not sure where we're going with this, but I do know one thing. I don't like the fact that I don't like two things. One, I don't like the fact that Zelensky doesn't know that a lot of people are fucking dying, and this war can't exist at a stalemate for fucking 3 years, bro. Like it just can't. But on the other hand, I don't like how friendly we are with Russia. I don't. I don't
Is it
like
really
that
friendly though? All
I
we've done
don't
is
like
literally
that
say we're not going to talk shit about them.
Yeah, fuck that. I like talking shit about them.
I mean, we do still talk shit about them, just not to their face right now while we're trying to make a peace deal. Afterwards, it's it's whatever.
After it's done, we're occupied Ukraine with fucking mineral collectors.
I don't like how we are considerate of Russia's feelings. I don't like how
I think we're
we're
considering our feelings more than Russia.
maybe, but I don't like the whole. We're not arguing from a position of like true neutrality. I feel like we're arguing from a position of, yo, can you tell them to fucking get their act together so the big boys can talk? And I don't. It feels too pro Russian. Too pro Russian.
Well, it's not like we've given money to Russia. You know, we've given the money to Ukraine. So like,
Right. So why do we why lean back over that?
we're not
Still
even
trying to get a fucking peace deal here.
Look, I guess the from Russia's perspective, we are obviously Ukraine's ally, right? So from Russia's perspective,
Yeah, from Ukraine's
hold on. From Russia's perspective, whatever deal you're trying to make with the U.S., the U.S. is going to try to fuck you over because you're the enemy and Ukraine's the ally. So the U.S.'s job right now is to be like, well, they're our ally, yes, but we're not holding their hand. We're here to make a fair deal, and that's the face that America's putting on right now. I mean, like, even fucking Marco Rubio's when they asked him like, oh, but you've called Putin like a war criminal too, aren't you? Like, because he's and Marco said, what I believe is not important. It's that we're trying to make a deal right now, and they're gonna. It was a good answer. Like, we gotta act neutral. So I don't feel like
I don't feel like
Russian
it's a
because
wild.
it is a shift from the usual negative Russia talk to poker face. But again, this is the business deal that needs to get done. We have to put on our poker face right
I don't think it's a wild thing after we sent them billions of dollars and blew up a whole bunch of Russian tanks to not give Ukraine a security blanket.
Monkey, you're not getting it. If America is gonna put their economic interest in Ukraine, that in itself is gonna be a security guarantee.
Yeah, but do
Hold up
something
for
that makes
Ukraine because
Ukraine feel
America's
better.
fucking mineral collection will be in that country, and that our activities within that country will keep Russia away.
I understand what you're saying. Like, I get it. The American being like, I understand what you're getting at.
And hey, how well did that work with Syria?
How hard is it to?
We have nothing to lose in Syria.
Yeah, but how well did that keep Russia from attacking us in Syria?
I don't know the source of the Syrian.
You don't know about the Battle of Conoco Fields?
I don't know enough about the source.
Nah, man, tell us.
Tell us.
Battle of Conoco Fields, where you saw like a whole Russian brigade with Syrian troops get squad wiped, all because they tried to attack one of our oil fields that we controlled.
Jesus.
Yeah, like when I say squad wiped, bro,
Under
these
previous
Russians were
presidency,
hiding
right?
in houses, praying to
Did it
God.
happen with Trump or did it happen with Biden? I honestly am asking.
It happened with drones, F-22s, B-52s,
No, what president?
helicopters, and
What
F-16.
president did this happen under?
I want to say Obama, maybe.
Ah, well, okay. I mean, again, us and Russia are not friends, bro.
So why do you keep acting like we are friends?
Oh my! Do you not understand what the word neutrality means?
Yeah, what's wrong with appeasing our ally with a simple fucking request? It's a security. We've given these fucking people weapons to attack these guys.
But Charles is going to ask. Charles is going to raise the question: what do we get? What can be wrong with appeasing Russia? Right? Is that
We're
what you're
not
going to ask?
appeasing Russia. We're just not talking.
Oh,
shit
we're
about
not.
them right
We're
now.
not being very pro-Russian.
How the? Oh, for fuck's sakes! How are we being pro-Russian by saying like, "Hey, this is the method to end this fucking thing"?
Did you literally not listen to that whole thing?
So, okay, I'm trying to. I'm remembering now the Battle of Conoco. The Russians you're talking about were mercenaries.
You AI searched it, but okay.
No,
He just remembered it with his V2 brain. Shut the fuck up! This guy's a fucking certified genius.
No,
hey, he might as well be a CIA analyst out here, dude. I have to give it to him every time.
Oh, I wish I had my AI up.
He injects the
Actually,
information
give me a
into
second.
his brain.
You actually did give me. Let me pull my AI up. So I do.
Are you downloading information right now to your brain?
Yo, he's plugged into the Matrix.
He's
bro.
updating. Would you shut the fuck up? He's
So
updating.
I was reading. I did look it up, and I was reading over, and as I was reading, I was like, wait, I remember this. Those Russians were mercenaries, and as I'm reading, yes, it even says it here. They were Russian mercenaries.
Yeah, they're still Russian.
That's oh my.
But come on!
Let me ask you a question.
Ah, come on!
When we use mercenaries, what do we use them for? To
We
do
use
things we're not legally able to do to enforce will without saying that it's the U.S. So we use mercenaries, just like Israel does in other places, just like even your dull fucking fruit people use Israeli mercenaries to enforce their will in South America.
Yes, but
So-
this wouldn't have had any. This literally wouldn't. What would Russia have gained from this as a government here?
Why would Russia lie about it? And then
wait,
after,
these
hold
Russian
on.
mercenaries-
If
Then
the
after
mercenaries
enough-
aren't affiliated with them, then is it a lie? If they're
Oh, wait,
just
who sent the
Russian,
mercenaries?
Okay, so like if you read this, what happened at the end of that story?
remember, U.S. mercenaries also get paid
What
by other
happened at
countries
the
as
end of
well.
that story? Don't avoid the question.
Oh, let me go to the.
Wait, so who sent the mercenaries?
Hold on, you're gonna get the answer right now.
All right. You think America attacked itself? Oh, wait, we did that one already.
No. Who sent the Russian mercenaries? Because who called them back at the end of the day?
To China?
No.
Russia?
Yep.
It's not saying who called them back here.
Okay, so if you actually know the story of the Battle of ConocoPhillips, what happened was we called and said, "Hey, we have Russian chatter down here. Are you guys sending troops over?" "No, we have nothing to do with that." They get their asses handed to them. All of a sudden, Russia gets back on the phone and it's like, "Hey, can you stop firing on them?" And we were like, "No, we're gonna kill them all," and we did.
We didn't make them talk. We just killed them.
We killed them. Do you have a source for that? Because I can't see it.
I'm not going to do your job for you.
The only thing
Once
I'm
again,
seeing, the only thing I'm seeing,
news article,
the only thing I'm
anything you
seeing,
look up online,
the only
will
thing
show
I'm
this.
seeing, a publication by the Ukraine-based anti-Kremlin informed Napalm alleged the operation had been cleared with the Russian military. That's
course it
one.
did, because
That's
they're the
one
ones who called them back.
publication. That's one publication. That's
Okay,
Ukraine-based.
so go use your little thingy-majiggy. look at other sources.
You mean the internet?
Yeah,
Yes,
look at
that's
other
what
sources.
I'm using
because,
the internet.
I mean, it's not very hard to just type it
This-
in and
This is listing
No.
sources.
but you're not going. You're not looking at like all the sources, dude.
I
like,
am,
this has
and
been a thing
they
for
are
years.
linking back to this first
This
publication.
one, or you're linking back to this one solo article, bro, and that's what you're gonna go off of.
What do you what's the battle called?
The Battle of Conoco Fields.
Oh, actually, the Battle of Kasham.
We're gonna go with Conoco Fields because that's the one you're gonna get the most information on.
Hey, I'm
It
getting
goes back
information
to
on both.
There are YouTube videos about this whole thing you can look up. Like,
Yeah,
you
but
can
that's
literally go on YouTube and get the play-by-play of everything.
YouTube is full of.
Just like
We're
you
on
can go on
YouTube.
YouTube and get the play-by-play or any kind of legitimate news agency, the play-by-play of the USS Liberty incident. It's there. There are recordings. There are actual fucking radio transmissions. Like, just like this, there is actual documented evidence, and the troops.
6 different recounts of this one situation.
And the Russian troops that were involved in that got medals.
That's the other thing. There's 6 different versions of this story.
There's a U.S. version, a Syrian government version, a Der Spiegel version, a fucking SOHR version.
Oh man!
An unofficial Russian sources version.
So this is one of those things we're never going to get the actual truth unless we saw it firsthand or something like that.
Yeah.
We don't know who sent the Russian mercenaries, right? Is that
that's what it comes down to?
Well, at the end of the day, if you go through it, like I did,
there's 6 versions of the story at the end of the day.
So it could have been the Chinese. It could have been the Ukrainians.
Are you going to go with the enemy propaganda version, or are you going to go with your own version?
There's 6
All right,
different
so the U.S. version.
versions.
Wait, so no. He made it simple. He said the U.S. version.
All right, U.S. version.
What's the U.S. version?
Because there really is no reason to lie about you squad wiping an entire fucking brigade and a platoon of Syrian troops.
According to 2 unnamed U.S. defense officials, The U.S. military had assessed that Russian contractors had been involved, with one saying some of the contractors had been killed in the airstrikes.
A Kurdish
many of
militia
them were
commander
killed?
and an ex-Russian officer also claimed Russian contractors were present and suffered casualties during the strikes.
Who did Russia
Sure.
say it was? Because they obviously not going to claim
Yeah,
responsibility.
you would want to ask that question. To
Well, I
support
want to
your-
get everyone's perspective here. Who did the Ukrainians say? Okay, the Ukrainians. The Ukrainians
Hey,
said
hey,
it was the
the
Russians,
guy
right?
had my wallet, but I wanted to ask everybody's opinion.
Well, hold on, no. Well, we don't. Okay, wait. So the Ukrainians said it was the Russians. The Russians said it was who?
They didn't
We
say
say it
anything.
was, and America says it was the Russians too, right?
Yeah.
Russian newspaper Kommersant cited Russia's military
What about the other-
contractors
what about the other
No,
forces.
three?
so America states it was Russian contractors. They're stating that there was no connection to the government. Syria is stating that there were only 10 Russian fighters.
Okay.
That's not true.
Well, again, this Syrian
Again, there's
version.
six
We got different
there's
versions of the
six
same thing
different
here.
stories. Hold on,
We
wait,
gotta peek.
unofficial Russian sources version.
Shortly
a
after
Russian
the strike,
newspaper.
There were no Russians there. No, duh.
A
No
Russian
Russians.
newspaper is citing Russian military and contractor sources reported pro-government forces were attempting to capture the Conoco.
the Conoco gas field from the SDF.
They got squad wiped.
So listen, what was the point of this again?
But the point is like, bro,
That Russia's an aggressor. You can't trust
that
them, yada,
he
yada,
says,
yada.
well, if the United States is there, Russia isn't going to attack. No, Russia's going to attack.
But these
Well, again,
these
we
mercenaries.
don't know. Yeah, we don't.
U.S.
we really don't.
mercenaries would attack
yeah.
anyone too.
Just like okay. All right, then let's go back to a U.S. point of view. When we had Blackwater running security and they were killing all those civilians. Who was responsible for that?
What?
The globalists.
Yeah.
Who was it? Who did they work for?
Which part of what situation are you talking about?
No, we're just going. We're just like basically putting things into perspective because everybody wants to sit there and say, "Well, we don't know who it was."
I mean,
but the
America
problem
says
is,
we don't know who.
but the problem is when we were running private contractors in another country, who was giving them the orders?
What was it? Us? Is that the answer you're looking for?
Yeah, that's the answer.
You mean
Very
the
simple.
companies they worked for, or whoever purchased them? Because that's
Yes.
who gave them the orders. Whoever purchased them.
Now, if Russia decides, hey, we're gonna send these private contractors to get there to protect our interests in Syria.
But
who do
we're
you think
again,
is giving the
we're
fucking
asking,
orders?
where is the proof that Russia is the one that sent them? How did we know that Syria didn't just buy them? Just like you can do with other mercenaries. Again, what is a mercenary? Please explain. Please tell me what.
We're talking about a bankrupt country. That guy got ran out of the country.
Well, the country might not be bankrupt, but
So
remember, the leaders are never
country
bankrupt.
might not be
Leaders are
bankrupt.
never
It goes
bankrupt.
bomb to all hell.
No, he
Leaders
meant
are
to say
never
the
bankrupt.
country might be bankrupt, but leaders are never bankrupt.
The country's bankrupt. Okay.
Countries might
But
be bankrupt, but leaders.
leader is
People
Think
that can
about it.
hire mercenaries can afford mercenaries.
I mean, dude, I'm gonna put it
You're
to you like this.
you're usually in a conspiracy mind. I would think you would be more open to that idea.
No, not at all. I'm open to the idea of like if you're gonna put Russian
All right, because
contractors
it
on
doesn't
them-
align with your ideals. Got it.
No, because okay, so when the Russian contractors rolled into Ukraine, whose orders were they under? We're talking about the little green men from the first time around. Who are they working for?
For this battle, Syria.
Russia?
God damn it, dude.
You're not making sense.
Bro, no, you just can't understand simple things. Like, okay, who had those interests in Syria? Why would the Russians be there? Huh?
Exactly. Why would they be there?
Because they have interests they need to keep in place. So, of course, they're not going to put boots on the ground they're going to put fucking Russian mercenaries on the ground to keep their fucking face clean where they're out there committing fucking war crimes like they always fucking do.
I mean, that's a possibility, but where again?
I mean,
where is
well,
the receipts?
I'm gonna go with it's the most likely probability considering their track record.
Just because
Now,
it's the
in
most
America
likely thing
makes
doesn't
sense.
mean that it's what happened. So I mean, we're
I
not going
know
to say
Like,
what
wait, why would America
objectivity,
and their version of
that's
it
great.
not
The
approve?
objectivity is what gets things
And
like
that's
this
the other
happening.
thing. Why
and
would
these people are
America
getting-
say against that as well? Like,
But they didn't.
Well, they said they didn't find a connection to the
just said there's
government.
no connection.
Bro, at the end of the day, they were on the phone with the Russian government, and the Russian government was pleading them to stop murdering these troops. That is a well-known fact.
I didn't know the Russians pleaded.
I
for
didn't know that.
It doesn't
Yeah,
say
like,
that anywhere.
no, like
Doesn't
it
sound
goes.
very Russian.
It's a story, dude. It's a
It
story
literally
of this.
doesn't
Thing.
say
That's
that
why we
anywhere.
see fire on them. That's why they left a few to go back, and they got little medals saying they got annihilated by American forces.
Can you show me where it shows that?
I mean, in a fucking chat, bro. Like, where do I do this at?
I don't know. On the chat here, on the chat.
Okay. I'll put it in the group chat. I'll find it for you.
All right.
Anyway, Russia kind of sucks, but we gotta poker face it.
And I mean, they were Russian mercenaries, so they were Russian citizens. But so if the government was pleading for them to come back, maybe they listened because of that fact. I don't know. I mean, we're kind of, this is a what if type of question that we won't know without the actual receipts.
We're looking for it right now.
Okay.
Members
Well, you're looking
of the
you're looking
United
for
States
the just
Congress, thank you very much. And to my fellow citizens, America is back.
I don't see the video.
Oh, one last thing on the whole Ukraine situation before we go into this thing. Can I ask one question? It's a question that I heard asked in other places, and I wanted asked here. You know how we keep saying, like, we're flirting with World War III because we're defending Ukraine? Would that be the same if we were like, if we were to like replace Ukraine with like Poland? Let's say this is happening in Poland. Do we say the same things when we go to defend Poland because they're a NATO country and we have to? Is the threat of World War III a problem then, or is that a specific worry just for Ukraine?
No,
like, do we have these arguments when they attack an actual ally? Is what I'm asking.
Yes. I'm pretty sure that's pretty much the point. Well, so it depends actually, because they have to call for Article 5.
Right, which they would.
Right. If they implement Article 5, then the rest of the alliance has to respond.
Correct. So what happened? Like, are we not afraid of World War III in that scenario? Like, what makes it like? I guess it's because Ukraine's not in NATO would be the answer, but how does that argument transfer over? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because in the Ukraine argument, it's always like, hey, this needs to end because World War III or whatever. But I've heard the question asked a few times. No one really answers it. Like, do you have the same argument?
The reason why people will say that it'll go into World War III with Ukraine is because of the fact that if allies go in there, if they put boots on the ground in any way, shape, or form, if anything were to happen to them and they implement Article 5, then we would be forced to respond. All the rest of the allies would be forced to respond that haven't as well, which would, yes, bring us to World War III. So
but if they were to invade,
but here's the
they
thing:
would have done the same.
Why didn't they invade Poland?
Fair
They
point.
didn't want World War III.
Because they didn't want to inflict the problem.
Remember, there's a stark difference when it came to World War II. Hitler made his
But
intentions clear that he wanted to invade the world.
Right. Like, again, I understand that. Like, that's not the spirit of my question. I understand why he invaded Ukraine, like, and not Poland, obviously. But what I'm saying is, when we still have it in the situation, in the hypothetical situation that they invaded Poland instead to trigger Article 5, are we still sitting here in America going, but World War III, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like, does that argument still hold anywhere? Are we gonna still sit here and fucking ask that question, or are we gonna be like, okay, well, it's fucking Poland? You know, like, why would that
Well, when
matter
it
any
comes to
different?
every war, there's always the people that will be against it, no matter what.
True. Just feel like that's such a
Pretty
silly
sure I
thing
got
to
it.
ask.
But I can tell you, it would probably be a vast majority more in support of protecting Poland and everything like that, because again, they are a direct ally with NATO.
Just feels so silly. But yeah, Brandon, you said you had a question.
No, I sent
Or do you have?
the original thing that I read to the group chat.
Oh, sweet.
And I'm pretty sure any of the videos you would find about the situation follow this account to the T, since it comes from the troops on the ground.
Oh, that's long.
It's very long. Like, it's for another time.
Oh, this
Okay.
is one of the things I was reading.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, when
Okay.
you get down it long enough, you start you start hearing about the conversations between Russians and Americans over the radio. How they're saying, "Oh no, there's no Russians, no Russians," even though we can hear the Russian radio chatter about how they're going to move this column of tanks, et cetera, et cetera. Once they said there's no Russians, we said, "Okay, fair game." We unloaded on them. But then a few hours later, they call back and they're like, "Hey, can you please stop killing all our people?" Yeah, then those people also got medals out of the deal. It's actually a picture. It says something in Russian. Has a soldier holding up a rifle with a Black Hawk, or not a Black Hawk, an Apache helicopter taking shots in the background. It's fucking wild.
All right.
Yeah,
So that's for another day.
yeah.
Indeed.
We'll go. I'm sorry, dude, but that was.
USA, USA, USA.
Sounds like they're at a
This,
basketball.
by the way, is the most entertaining address I've ever seen.
6 weeks ago, I stood beneath the dome of this Capitol and proclaimed the dawn of the golden age of America. From that moment on, it has been nothing but swift and unrelenting action to usher in the greatest and most successful era in the history of our country. We have accomplished more in 43 days than most administrations accomplished in 4 years or 8 years, and we are just getting started.
I wish there's a version we could like skip on the clapping.
Elon. Elon.
He's there. He's being Elon.
Elon. The Republican color is red.
Yeah. Or blue tie.
Elon. Elon, what the fuck are we doing, dude?
The
Can
guy
we
behind him got a blue
learn
tie. The guy behind him got a blue tie.
who trusts you, dude? Yeah, the guy behind him made like the second most recognizable Republican in 2025 right now.
No,
Okay,
look at that big
here we
belly
go.
with the blue tie right there. The big belly with the blue tie right there.
Yeah, who the fuck even is this? We don't even have a thing. Elon, dude. We gotta. This gets you shot in some places, you know. We gotta fix this. You're wearing the wrong colors, blood. All right. Look at this guy's tie. Look at this one.
It's a bipartisan tie.
Yeah, he wants to be unity.
I return to this chamber tonight to report that America's momentum is back, our spirit is back, our pride is back, our confidence is back, and the American dream is surging bigger and better than ever before. The American dream is unstoppable, and our country is on the verge of a comeback, the likes of which the world has never witnessed and perhaps will never witness again. There's never been anything like it.
Never been anything
The
like it.
presidential election,
You should see
November
it. It's
5th,
going to be magnificent.
was a mandate like has not been seen in many decades. We won all 7 swing states,
Oh,
giving us
bingo!
an electoral college victory of 312 votes.
This is gonna be a theme.
We gotta build our own bingo card, by the way, for the next one.
We won the popular vote by big numbers and won counties in our country.
Look at where'd you guys?
Uh-oh. I love how
Battling chance.
My favorite part, bro. They started talking shit and they said, "We're just gonna say USA on top of your ass."
Dude, battling chance in the fucking joint session.
WWE shit. I love
This is, yeah, dude. What the wrestling is very back.
it. So fucking back.
This article is not helping you so far.
Uh-oh. We're out here watching this shit and this man is weak.
He's loading up another clip.
And won counties in our country,
This article does not
2,700
affirm what you were stating
to
at all.
525. On a map that reads
What does
almost
it
completely red
literally
for
read?
Republican.
They're not explicitly saying anything that they are directly tied to Russia. They're
Now,
speculating.
for the first time in
the
modern
Yeah,
history,
but like,
more
hey,
Americans believe
like,
that our
Slender, let me
country
ask
is
you a
headed in the
question.
right direction.
I know the answer to this.
And there's nothing
Like,
saying about the.
But I know the
only
answer
thing
to my
saying when they called Russia is Russia's denying that it's their forces.
Yeah, wait till the end, buddy.
I am at the end. I literally just finished reading.
And who called those forces back?
It's not saying. What are you talking? It's not saying. who
Bro,
called
like,
them.
I don't. Jesus fucking Christ. I'll find it for you. Just give me a few. Keep going.
All it's saying
I was
is
gonna say,
Russian officials claim only 5 Russian
Direct.
citizens died.
it was a lot more than 5.
Then the wrong direction. In fact, it's an astonishing record, 27-point swing, the most ever.
Get all the stats in.
Likewise, small business optimism saw its single largest one-month gain ever recorded, a 41
I'm JD
point
Vance.
jump.
Members are directed to uphold and maintain decorum in the House and to cease any further disruptions. That's your warning. Members are engaging in willful and continuing breach of decorum, and the chair is prepared to direct the Sergeant at Arms to restore order to the joint session.
So he had 2 chances, bro. They gave him 2 chances to shut the fuck up.
Like fucking running a kindergarten room.
For anyone bitching about him getting kicked out, they gave him 2 chances to shut the fuck up.
Mr. Green, take your seat. Take your seat, sir.
3!
Take your seat.
3 chances to shut the fuck up.
Finding that members continue to engage in willful and concerted disruption of proper decorum, the chair now directs the Sergeant at Arms to restore order. Remove this gentleman from the chamber.
Fuera!
It's saying What officials? Okay, it is saying officials declared a ceasefire, but there's no source or anything to whose these officials are. This is not being explicit. And I'm looking this up more online now. I'm not finding. Oh, New York Times. Okay.
That's not real.
Yeah, it's not real.
Report from New York Times is saying that there was Russia and U.S. involvement, but this is New York Times. I'm not. There's nothing saying there was a ceasefire declared other than this one article where there's no official or anything stated on who the ceasefire was declared by.
Yeah, I'll go back through. I'll find the videos and everything, their sources.
All right, moving on from this one. I am bored of Syria. Nobody gives a shit about them.
Yeah, like it's gonna take me forever to find it. So give me a few, and I'll get it done for you, Slender.
All right.
We're about to watch this guy get.
I have to get going in like 20-ish minutes. So.
Oh, boo!
Keep rolling and keep rolling. Monkey's asleep.
I have work in the morning.
Holy shit! He did fall asleep.
What?
You just jerked. You were asleep.
Yeah, bro.
I was waiting for y'all to finish what the fuck ever you were saying, so I get back to this shit.
His own program.
Bro, Rey Mysterio got you.
Plus, I was over here making sure that this was over.
Sleepy Joe.
Nah, you were sleeping, bro.
He was fucking sleeping.
You were nodded. You were folded up like a fentanyl addict over there. Yeah, that was it. That's what you were doing.
Yeah, that was it.
That was literally it.
I'm sorry, y'all went back to the same thing three times. That shit was
Let's
boring.
just do what the Pimp King doing. Let's go back.
Members are directed to uphold and maintain decorum in the House. Mr. President, you continue.
Thank you. Over the past 6 weeks, I have signed nearly 100 executive orders and taken more than 400 executive actions, a record to restore common sense, safety, optimism, and wealth all across our wonderful land. The people elected me to do the job, and I'm doing it.
Hey, let me ask you a question. When have
Is
we
it about any? Is it about any more fucking Russians?
No. When have we Americans ever seen both sides of Congress give a standing ovation?
Yeah, I'm sure at some point it's happened.
Yeah, but I'm curious as to when.
George Bush, 9/11.
Yeah.
I would say that.
Hold on. So here's the question: when did they first start showing us the actual inside of Congress and everything?
It's been a while, right? C-SPAN's
It's been about 20, 30 years.
Yeah, C-SPAN's been a thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to remember, this is also like, I don't know why they worded it like this, but this is basically a State of the Union, isn't it?
Yeah, just Trump had to come up with an extra one to throw in there to piss him off.
Yeah, we always watch the state that we always see States of the Union. Those things are very public.
Addressed to Congress, just to sneak one more in there.
So yeah, the majority of the time we don't see an entire just one side not respond at all, though.
Oh yeah, like a complete
Yeah, but his question was, when was the last time you've seen everybody respond? Which
I would assume it's Bush and 9/11.
Yeah, like I didn't think of that, which blows my mind.
Bush,
yeah.
9/11.
To be fair, maybe Obama. When he first won.
Actually, Obama than the first one, because he had a lot of hype. He spoke real well. Everyone was behind him at first.
I think they would have clapped. I think they were clapping for him.
I'd have to go back and see if they have it filmed and all that or saved somewhere. But
yeah,
I'm pretty sure for
Obama,
the majority of time they loved Obama, even when he was doing bad. It was only until later that the majority of people started turning against him because they started realizing. But during his presidency, the majority of the time people were loving him.
Yeah, especially in the first few months, dude.
Yeah, look, it was just a question because I just was noticing this polarity in the room.
Oh no, now
it's a good
In fact, it
noticeable.
has been
It's insane.
stated by many that the first month of our presidency, it's our presidency, is the most successful in the history of our nation. By many.
Look at JD Vance's smirk while looking at the Democrats, bro.
And what makes it
Look
even
at
that
these
girl.
guys with their
impressive is
auction
that
signs. Get out of
number
here.
two
Meme
is
signs.
George
These
Washington.
fucking
How about that?
retards.
How about that? I don't know about
They
that
had
list,
meme signs, Miranda.
but we'll take it. Within hours of taking the oath of office, I declared a
The
national
balls.
emergency on our southern border, and I deployed the U.S. military and border patrol to repel the invasion of our country. And what a job they've done. As a result, illegal border crossings last month were by far the lowest ever recorded, ever.
This is true.
For the record, though, my dog has
They
better
heard my
eyeliner than JD
words,
Vance.
and they chose not to come.
Do we know
Much
he wears
easier
eyeliner for
that
sure?
way. In
He
comparison,
has
under Joe Biden, the worst president in American history, there were hundreds of thousands
I don't
of
think
illegal
so, but-
I think he
crossings
just has
on
like
my
I think his eyes are
and
just sunk
virtually
in.
all of them,
Yeah.
including
Sometimes
murderers,
people
drug
would think
dealers,
I wear
gang
eyeliner.
members, and
So
people
and
from
it's
It's
mental
not lopsided
institutions
like
and
RFK,
insane
right?
asylums were released into our country. Who would want to do that? This is my fifth such speech to Congress. And once again, I look at the Democrats in front of me and I realize there is absolutely nothing I can say to make them happy or to make them stand or smile or applaud. Nothing I can do.
And man, did he prove it to
I
me.
can
That's
find
that's
a cure
that's
to
gonna
the
be
most
a real
devastating
fact, dude.
disease,
Oof.
a disease that would wipe out entire nations or announce the answers
For a
to the
second, by the way,
greatest economy in
He
history.
called them out on that, and they had every opportunity to make that a lie. And just
That's
prove
what I was
it.
going to say. That would have been so funny if they just like, at least one
Yeah,
of them
where was the
just,
noise for that?
They would have, because that's a bold statement, but it is true, and they literally helped him prove that. They're so stupid. They're just so incredibly stupid.
Or the stoppage of crime to the lowest levels ever recorded. And these people sitting right here
These
will
people,
not clap, will not stand, and certainly will not cheer for these astronomical.
steals.
Look at them on their
From
phone.
them,
No matter what.
from
Five
them,
astronomical.
Musk steals. They
Look
fucking
at this
retards.
fucking look
Look
at
at all
this
these-
fucking winner
Look at
right
that
here.
thing. Look at that
Look at-
Look at
decrepit
this
fucking hair.
fucking winner right
Look
here,
at
dude.
look at them on their phones. The one in the white, the one in the pink, the one in the back in the pink.
But do we notice something? You had your
there.
cursor on it, Monkey. You had your cursor a little bit over to the right there, up.
What, the one that's fully
No,
down?
no, like you went too far up.
Yeah, the one
Right in
that's
the middle
just
of
like
her
fully
face.
down there. Oh,
There we go.
What is this?
Nothing.
A mental disorder.
What is? A man. Where's Mrs. Oh, she ain't left yet.
Wait, hey, top right. Is that the one from Wicked?
Achievements. They won't do it. And certainly will not cheer for these astronomical achievements. They won't do it, no matter
Musk
what.
steals.
Five times I've been up here. It's very sad,
Was that Jada Pinkett? Though?
and it just shouldn't be this way.
Very sad.
Very sad. Very sad.
no, it wasn't Jada Pinkett, but I heard she wants to play Rapunzel, or it's going to be cast as Rapunzel or something.
Rapunzel, let down your hair. God bless Kanye. Swear I'm not a Nazi.
I was about to say, yeah, you gotta say
So
that. You gotta say
Democrats
that.
sitting before me, for just this one night, why not join us in celebrating so many incredible
Nope.
wins for America? For the good of our nation, let's work together and let's truly make America
What a
great
dick.
again.
What a dick.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yes.
Is she holding a chain or a bottle of booze?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. But it's also a really bad look. It's a really bad look on them. Again, when he's like,
That
let's
ha-
work
I hope
together
that's-
to make America great. And they're just like, fuck you.
I hope that's a bottle of booze.
That would be funny. I don't think it is, though. It looks like an umbrella.
It's a cane. It's definitely a
Look
cane.
at this bitch's face.
She's having. Oh,
Ow.
she's having a thing, bro. They're all
That bump, bro. Yeah.
You see a bump?
Yeah, that drip. That post nasal drip is a
JD
bitch when
Vance
you get
is-
to fucking
Look at
70,
this
dude.
man. JD Vance is so fucking giddy right there. He's
Yo,
Every day, my
he's such a
administration is
fag.
fighting to deliver the change America needs to bring a
Who's this
future
guy?
that America
That's
deserves.
Stephen
and
Colbert.
We're doing it.
No, that's
This is a time for big
what's his name?
dreams and bold
Senator
action.
Johnson or whatever.
Upon taking office, I imposed an immediate freeze on all federal hiring, a freeze on all new federal regulations, and a freeze on all foreign aid. I terminated the ridiculous Green New Scam. I
Green New
withdrew
Scam.
from the unfair
The Green New
Paris Climate
Scam.
Accord, which was costing us trillions of dollars
Millions, I
that
swear
other
it.
countries were not paying. I withdrew from the corrupt
Look at
World
fucking
Health
Jeffries,
Organization.
bro.
And I also withdrew from the anti-American UN Human Rights Council.
War crimes, baby. War crimes.
Look at what the
We
UN has
ended all
done,
of
and they
Biden's
withdrew.
environmental restrictions that were
Yeah.
making our country far less safe and totally unaffordable. And importantly, we ended the last administration's insane electric vehicle mandate, saving our auto workers and companies from economic destruction. To unshackle our economy, I have directed that for every one new regulation, 10 old regulations must be eliminated, just like I did in my very successful first term.
My very successful first term.
And in that first term, we set records on ending unnecessary rules and regulations like no other president had done before. We ordered all federal workers to return to the office. They will either show up for work in person or be removed from their job.
God damn. Not playing.
And we've ended weaponized government where, as an example, a sitting president is allowed to viciously prosecute his political opponent, like me. How did that work out?
I love that line, bro.
False.
False. What part of that is false?
And
How'd
I
that
stopped
turn out, you
all
bitch?
Government censorship and brought back free speech in America. It's back.
Well, of course, they wouldn't be happy about that. They don't want free speech.
And 2 days
They've
ago, I
admitted that.
signed an order making English the official language of the United States of America.
Escuchate, banned. No more. No more.
I renamed the Gulf of Mexico the Gulf of America.
Bingo.
I love how we looked at them as he said that.
Hey, someone on the left stood up and clapped.
And likewise, I
Wait, go
renamed
back.
it
Did
up,
one of them
back it up.
actually?
for a
Hold
great
on, go back.
president.
Do we have, we have
Yeah,
to
it
see-
happened. It
William,
happened. I
and
caught it. I caught it.
likewise, I-
Further. Look at that.
Oh, that lady shaking her head, the brown lady.
And likewise, I renamed
I didn't see
for
it.
a great president, William
Oh, never mind.
McKinley, Mount McKinley again. Beautiful Alaska. We love Alaska. We've ended the tyranny of so-called diversity, equity, and inclusion policies all across the entire federal government and indeed the private sector and our military. And our country will be woke no longer.
What's going on here?
This is what Democrats look like right now.
I mean, that is true.
We believe that whether you are a doctor, an accountant, a lawyer, or an air traffic controller, you should be hired and promoted based on skill and competence, not race or gender. Very important.
Damn, Warren Bobert can get the dick.
Yeah,
You
bro,
should
she's
be
hot.
hired based on merit.
We agree on that.
And the
All right.
Supreme Court, in a
Hell yeah, brother.
brave and very powerful decision, has allowed us to do so. Thank you. Thank you very much. We have removed the poison of critical race theory from our public schools, and I signed an order making it the official policy of the United States government that there are only two genders, male and female.
Where's the purple hair? Where's purple hair?
Right there next to the pink jacket, where she looks like Quasimodo.
I also signed an executive order to ban men from playing in women's sports. Three years ago, Peyton McNabb was an all-star high school athlete, one of the best, preparing for a future in college sports. But when her girls' volleyball match was invaded by a male, he smashed the ball so hard in Peyton's face, causing traumatic brain injury, partially paralyzing her right side and ending her athletic career. It was a
She's gained a lot
shot
of weight since
like
then.
she's never seen before. She's never seen anything like it.
Damn, bro.
Peyton is
it's the
here
hot
tonight
chick.
in the gallery, and Peyton, from now on, schools will
What the
kick
fuck?
the men off the girls' team, or they will lose all federal funding.
Oh, she's a big figure. How'd that happen?
Riley Gaines in the building.
Is that Matt Walsh next to her?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, next to Riley, I didn't. I
And if
actually
you really
wasn't-
want to
didn't
see numbers, just take a look at what happened in the women's boxing, weightlifting, track and field, swimming, or cycling, where a male recently finished a long distance race 5 hours and 14 minutes ahead of a woman for a new record by 5 hours. Broke the record by 5 hours. It's demeaning for women, and it's very bad for our country. We're not going to put up with it any longer.
Oh, yep, that is.
Nah, I
Matt
don't know
Walsh.
who that is.
No,
Oh, it is?
that looks like him.
Yeah, it was.
It looks like him.
Oh, do you drink your bottle?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
that's
okay,
definitely
okay.
Matt Walsh.
What I have just described is only a small fraction of the common sense revolution that is now, because of us, sweeping the entire world. Common sense has become a common theme, and we will never go back. Never. Never going to let that happen. Among my very highest priorities is to rescue our economy and get dramatic and immediate relief to working families. As you know, we inherited from the last administration
By absolutely
an
fucking it
economic
first.
catastrophe and an inflation nightmare. Their policies drove up energy prices, pushed up grocery costs, and drove the necessities of life out of reach for millions and millions of Americans. They've never had anything like it. We suffered the worst inflation in 48 years, but perhaps even in the history of our country. They're not sure. As president, I'm fighting every day to reverse this damage and make America affordable again. Joe Biden especially let the price of eggs get out of control. The egg price is out of control. And we're working hard to get it back down.
He's gonna fucking.
Secretary, do a good
He's
job
gonna
on that.
bury
You inherited
Biden.
a total mess
No, I
from the
love
previous
he does not miss a
administration.
chance.
Do a
That's
good job.
Oh, what the resist, bro? Resist any
A
There's
major
Jazz
focus of our
Crockett.
fight to defeat inflation is rapidly reducing the cost of energy. The previous administration cut the number of new oil and gas leases by 95%, slowed pipeline construction to a halt, and closed more than 100 power plants. We are opening up many of those power plants right now. And frankly, we have never seen anything like it. That's why on my first day in office, I declared a national energy emergency. As you've heard me say many times, we have more liquid gold under our feet than any nation on earth, and by far. And now I fully authorize the most talented team ever assembled to go and get it. It's called Drill, Baby, Drill.
Bingo! Love it. He never misses. He never misses.
My administration is also working on a gigantic natural gas pipeline in Alaska, among the largest in the world, where Japan, South Korea, and other nations want to be our partner with investments of trillions of dollars each. There's never been anything like that one. It will be truly spectacular. It's all set to go. The permitting is gotten. And later this week, I will also take historic action to dramatically expand production of critical minerals and rare earths here in the USA.
All right,
Guys,
I'm gonna
great.
have to get going.
To further
Yeah,
combat
I can
inflation, we
also
will
do
not
that.
only be reducing the cost of energy, but will be ending the flagrant
didn't
waste
have
of
work in the
taxpayer
All right,
dollars.
Slendy.
You guys take care.
Have a good one, Slendy.
Enjoy the rest of the, I guess, second State of the Union.
And to that end,
Yeah,
I
right.
create